So second one, take it as normal complement. So for normal complement, which law is implemented? Gauss law. Closed integral of d dot ds equal to q. So closed integral of d dot ds is equal to. So for a cylindrical shape, you will be having top layer as well as bottom layer. So here we can write d top layer d dot ds plus closed integral of bottom layer d dot ds plus one more term lateral. It is also called as side. D dot ds will be equal to q. So always your side surface will be 0. So additional we will be considering only top and bottom layer. Top layer, whether it is a horizontal component or normal component. Normal component. Vertical direction. So D, free space, take it as M. Del S, maybe ds, del S. Plus bottom surface
minus dl
minus dn del S equal to q. Correct? Q can be replaced with Q is point charge. If you want to replace that in terms of line charge, it is rho L dl, surface rho S ds, volume rho V d. So in the surface vector ds, so Q can be replaced as rho S ds. So replace your ds as del S. Therefore, we write dn1 minus dn2 into del S will be equal to rho S del S. So del S will be cancelled. Therefore, dn1 minus dn2 will be equal to rho S. Between two derivatives, between two derivatives, please stop it here. After this step, we have included any other term. In terms of epsilon or condition. therefore D will be equal to epsilon naught E. Epsilon naught epsilon R E. In one medium it is free space, other medium it is a conductor. So your equation 3, dn1 means this dn1 will be equal to epsilon naught epsilon R 1 E. dn2 is a conductor, so it is epsilon naught epsilon R2 E n1 n2. Can you substitute it? Epsilon naught epsilon R1 E n1 minus epsilon naught epsilon R2 E n2 will be equal to rho s. Write down. See, until your rho s is 0, you cannot cancel epsilon. When after this condition, if rho s is 0, then we can replace dn1 is equal to dn2. After our equation, epsilon naught will be cancelled. So epsilon r1 n1 will be equal to epsilon r2 en2. So en1 by en2 will be equal to epsilon r2 by epsilon r1. en2 by en1 will be equal to epsilon r2 by epsilon r1. Take it as fourth condition. So you go fourth condition now, you go fourth condition now. If we are making rho s as 0, then only you will be having dn1 will be equal to dn2. So yeah, if rho s is having some particular value now, this will be your third condition. And this will be your fourth condition.
epsilon r1
Epsilon r1 by r. So what is called as a capacitor? So capacitor means it is a medium which has two conducting medium which has opposite polarity separated by a distance. We call it as a capacitor. So for an example, if you are taking a space, in that space we can say we have a positive polarity medium, similarly negative polarity medium. So when these two opposite charges are separated by certain distance, then we can say it is having a capacitive effect. So this positive charge will be forming a metal plate with positive charge. If this negative is taken as a metal plate with negative polarity, positive polarity, negative polarity is separated by a distance area. So in between this layer, what is occupied? Air. So air acts as a dielectric. So for any capacitor, mostly your dielectric material will be your air material. இந்த மாதிரி லைவா நம்ம எங்க பார்த்துக்கோமா? Two plates separated by a distance. So that distance is occupied by air. Line one. Transmission line. In transmission line, we will be having three lines. Three lines. So between those three lines, there is a free space. Free space line occupy and so it acts a capacitive effect. சரியா? புரியுதா? So transmission line ல ரெண்டு வயருக்கு நடுவுல எதுமே கனெக்ட் ஆகல. So your medium will be acting as a dielectric. Air will be acting as a dielectric. It is a best example for capacitance. Okay? So Q is equal to CV. C is equal to Q by V. Now take note. Here we will be calling this capacitor as a parallel plate capacitor instead of capacitance. Capacitance is என்ன அர்த்தம்? Two metallic plates with opposite polarity separated by a distance d. In this distance we have a dielectric. Most of your dielectric will be your air will be acting as a dielectric medium. Then here when we apply external voltage, this polarity of charges will be moving. Therefore you will be having a movement will be taking place due to the presence of external voltage. So therefore we can write Q is equal to CD. So C is equal to Q by D. Q is charge present in positive polarity and negative polarity. D is your externally applied voltage. So in general, this capacitor will be acting as a parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor. Take note, important question. Parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor. Take them. A uniform electric flux density. A uniform flux density. Flux density. Flux density na? Charge density na the rho. Flux density na D. A uniform electric flux density D over the plate is given by 2 by A. V is equal to Q by A. So this is obtained using a Gauss law. Gauss law is Q will be equal to closed integral of V dot ds. ds represents your surface. Surface na area solama. So we can replace this as area. Therefore D dot A equal to Q. So D is equal to Q by A. So using Gauss law, we will be deriving D is equal to Q by A. We also know what epsilon r E. In terms of electric flux density, E is equal to epsilon E, which is equal to Q by A. Next, we need to know what is E. Electric flux, electric field intensity or electric field. So E for a infinite charge, what is the expression? So the capacitor it is a parallel plate capacitor in terms of straight line. So from this we are considering a Gauss law. Gauss law in a closed interval of D dot dA is equal to Q. So idhirindha we can derive D will be equal to Q by A. We also know D flux density in terms of field. Flux density in terms of what? In terms of field is epsilon E dane. So epsilon E is equal to Q by A. Okay, இப்போ E ன்ற value தெரியும். ஓகேவா? E தெரியும்னா என்ன பண்ணணும்? I have to consider this parallel plate capacitor is looking like some other property. And நம்ம என்னென்ன properties பார்த்துக்கோம்? Infinite line charge, அப்புறம் circular ring, அப்புறம் spherical face இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தோமா? So this is similar to circular or spherical வராது. Since it is a straight line. Straight line it belongs to infinite line charge. So for infinite line charge, E value is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon R. Correct? R divided. Infinite line charge. சரி இப்போ வேணா அப்ளிகேஷன். So D is equal to epsilon E. E is equal to Q by A. Next slide. We also know E in terms of voltage V. E is equal to V by D. Relation between electric field and electric potential nu derive pannuma. So from that equation E is equal to V by D. Substitute, you will be getting epsilon instead of E, substitute V divided by D, which is equal to Q by A. So finally we have to derive what is Q by D. So from this epsilon V divided by D is equal to Q by A bar. So Q by D now epsilon A divided by D will be equal to Q divided by D. What is Q by D? It is your capacitor. So capacitor of a parallel plate is epsilon A divided by D.